Live from downtown Vancouver at the Vancouver Film School campus, it's time for EP Live. Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool. And we've got something very cool for you. You may have noticed this gentleman right here on my left. This is Bryface, and he is a chiptune composer. He makes music with his Game Boy, which is incredible. And I've been wanting to bring on a chiptune performer for a while, and Adrian Tallons, who's actually here. Hello, Adrian. Good to see you. Recommended that you come in and be a part of the show, and so you're going to show us not only something that you've been working on, but you're going to show us from scratch how to make a song, which is pretty rad. I'm very excited about that. Okay, but we have got a rundown to get to first. So, Brian, you're my de facto guest host today as well. Okay, so if you've got any comments, I'll throw to you here a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start with our rundown, and we're dedicating this one to I'd Rather Watch Paint Dry. Another great interview. This is why EPN is the best. Thank you so much. I think that was for our Tom Kalinske interview. That was such a total joy and a treat for me to be able to interview him. I'd Rather Watch Paint Dry. This rundown is all yours. Sony and Disney have kissed and made up, so the future is looking very bright for SpiderMan. Over the weekend, the two studios announced that they've struck a deal to co-produce a third film in the current SpiderMan series, allowing Tom Holland's version of the character to stay in the shared Marvel Cinematic Universe for the time being. Disney and Marvel will oversee the new Spidey film for Sony and take a bigger cut of the profits, and also get to use Spider-Man as a supporting character in another MCU movie, although they haven't said what new movie it might be. We could also be seeing Holland in other Spidey-centric films from Sony outside of the MCU. Marvel boss Kevin Feige has stated that it's possible for Spider-Man to cross universes, meaning we could see Holland appear as the web-slinger in future Sony-produced Spider-Man movies like the upcoming Venom sequel and a new solo movie focusing on the clairvoyant hero Madam Web. The third Spider-Man movie hits theaters in 2021. And honestly, how long until Disney just buys Spider-Man back and just puts this all into the MCU? I mean, it's nice probably for them not have to worry about financing all of these different Spider-Man possibilities and derivatives. But Venom made so much money that that's just emboldened Sony to say, well, we're going to just keep making Spidey-centric films forever. But I mean, the writing is on the wall. Disney's only going to be able to put up with somebody else managing their marquee character. If you think of Marvel, Spider-Man is the first superhero you think of. Eventually, not only is he going to be part of the MCU in perpetuity, but he's going to be owned again by Disney. And potentially Disney's going to just buy the whole thing right back from Sony or buy Sony. But I was not surprised to hear this news. I'm very happy, though. Were you happy that Spider-Man's back, or were you wanted to see something different?
You know, I saw Far From Home not too long ago.
Yep.
I really want to see how that ends up.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So the only way that ends up properly is in the MCU, so they had to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige is going to be very busy with a whole new galaxy of characters. Feige is reportedly working with Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy on a new Star Wars movie. No official details about the film itself have been revealed, but according to The Hollywood Reporter, the Feige-produced movie is one of several projects that Disney has planned for the post-Skywalker era of the franchise, which will begin after the release of Episode 9 this December. It's no surprise Disney wants Kevin Feige on Star Wars. He's easily one of the most successful producers in the industry, and unlike some of the recent Star Wars outings, all of the recent MCU movies have been critical and commercial hits, and I think the writing was on the wall a little bit for this one. I think that, with every successive hit that Kevin Feige was churning out, and the sort of stumbles and misfires that were happening in the Star Wars universe, for a lot of people completely happy with everything that's been done so far. I think a lot of fingers are pointing, what about that guy? That guy could do something here with Star Wars, and I think Feige's a huge fan of Star Wars. There have been lots of little homages to Star Wars throughout the MCU movies. I think he's been angling in this direction, and quite frankly, I think he probably wants a new challenge. And the rumor is, the speculation is that after Kathleen Kennedy finishes up her next 3-year contract, she's going to step out of the role, and Kevin Feige is going to be the head of Star Wars. I don't know if he'll be the head of Star Wars. Do you think he could do Star Wars and Marvel at the same time?
Well, I think he's been a really busy person.
Yeah.
Over the last 10 years. So
Yes.
I'm not. Well, I mean, if he's up for the task, then more power to him.
You know what? You're right about that. And he's been the guy, right? So maybe, and he's been working with awesome people, clearly, at Marvel. They've been making a lot of good moves. Not everybody loves these Marvel movies. I happen to think they're pretty damn incredible. What do you think?
I follow them from like the first
Yeah.
movies, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, so you're in. I think most of us fans of genre stuff are pretty in on all of this stuff. But I would imagine that there's a lot of people in the Marvel movie camp that are saying, "What about me? Let me have the reins a little bit." So maybe this is the way that this all sort of shakes out. He transitions to something new, and he gives somebody else a chance to kind of be the top dog for a little while over on Marvel. And we get some different types of Star Wars movies as we phase out all of the Skywalker stuff. Yeah, we're going to learn a lot. Are you excited for Episode 9?
Yeah, the first couple of movies, there's been a lot of like really weird twists and turns.
Yeah.
I really want to see how J.J. Abrams is able to work his magic.
Do you think he's going to be, a lot of people are speculating that he's basically trying to retcon a lot of the ideas that Rian Johnson did with the last one. I forget the name of it right now.
Yeah, when I saw The Last Jedi,
Yeah.
I saw that there was a lot of like backtracking a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would love to be like a fly on the wall in that writer's
I
room
know.
of like, what are we gonna do about this?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, they knew that the Rian Johnson The Last Jedi movie was going to be very controversial. They knew that going into it. They knew it as they were releasing it. It certainly got talked about. Did pretty damn good box office, but it made a lot of people very angry. So it'll be very interesting to see how Episode 9, how it does, because it all sort of is back-ended on that, right? Episode 9 has to do well. Mandalorian has to do well. If those two do well, Star Wars is going to be rocking for a while. But Galaxy's Edge has been underperforming. There's been some, a lot of tension around Star Wars, a lot of apprehension around this. So maybe this is a way for Star Wars and Lucasfilm to kind of course correct, and Feige's going to be the top Jedi. We'll find out. The makers of Minecraft want a slice of the Pokemon Go market. During the annual Minecon event over the weekend, Microsoft and Mojang announced that the new augmented reality game, Minecraft Earth, will finally go into wide release this October. The game has been in private beta for the past several months and is basically Minecraft meets Pokemon Go, with players finding materials and building their own creations in the world around them. And then joining forces with other players to battle monsters. This isn't the only new game that shakes up the Minecraft formula. The new action RPG Minecraft Dungeons, which is basically a cross between Minecraft and Diablo, will launch next year on consoles and the PC. I think this is all good news for Minecraft fanatics out there. They got to shake up the ideas of how you can approach this massive franchise that Microsoft paid a hefty penny for. All of this stuff looks pretty damn cool. I have to admit, I have not touched Minecraft in many, many months. Are you a Minecraft player or fan?
No,
or?
for a lot of the same reasons you
Yeah.
talked about. I'm afraid of the rabbit holes that
Yeah.
lie
Yes.
therein. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like starting a WoW campaign again in a way, right? It's just it's like
boy.
starting over. Oh, okay, let's go mining for a while. But clearly new people are finding the game every day, and now they're going to find new ways to kind of enjoy this formula and this franchise. I actually am really excited to see the Dungeons game. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to check that out. Now, it's official. Netflix audiences will be able to return to the small town of Hawkins, Indiana. The streaming giant has officially renewed their hit series Stranger Things for a fourth season. No surprise. This seemed inevitable given the cliffhanger finale of season 3, not to mention the fact that the show is one of the biggest and most recognizable brands on Netflix, although that's no guarantee it will go on forever. Netflix has previously stated that they don't usually bring in as many Netflix has previously stated that they usually end shows after 3 or 4 seasons because after that, they don't usually bring in as many subscribers as new shows. We'll have to wait and see if Stranger Things breaks the pattern. No word on how long we'll have to wait for season 4. I would love Stranger Things to go out on a high note, and for the Duffer Brothers, which another part of this announcement is that the Duffer Brothers have got a continuing development deal now with Netflix. They're going to work on new things. Clearly, that's been a successful partnership, and they're excited to see where else they can go together. But I would love Stranger Things to wrap up in an incredibly fulfilling way. I love season 3. I thought it was so crazy fun. It was like eating candy every night when I was watching that. And I'm very excited for season 4. But I'm also excited for them to kind of have a game plan to wrap it all up and put it away. And maybe we revisit Stranger Things, I don't know, in 10 years or 20 years or something like that. But what a show. What an incredible show. I mean, for somebody that was alive during the 80s, probably not you, but I was.
No, I was.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a surreal thing to watch the show, and I've eaten in a mall like that. I've had that. I've worn that outfit. That hair is crazy. I used to be it's an amazing show, and so much talent involved there.